sheet metal, surface mount, outside corner. On the surface mount outside corner, there's several different angles. You have the flat side on the back that goes against the substrate of the building, and as you see, there's a counter flashing on the face of it. That's where I put our fasteners at. There's a caulk tray on the top. As you can see, we're trying to put two pieces of metal together, and with the different variations and angles, it makes it very difficult. So we're going to have to start with our square. We're trying to figure out the angle depth that's going to be transitioned. So we're trying to say, okay, this is about 3/4 of an inch off the substrate of the building. So what we'll do is we'll actually make a straight line all the way across, but we're going to counter an outside corner with 3/4 of an inch extending out so that the angles of the next metal can meet. And again, I'm making a 1-inch lap on my first piece, and then I'm drawing out our fold lines, and that angle there I'm putting in the 3/4 inch, so that's the angle difference there. I'm going to come back to my straight line, leaving that tab so that I have something to mend together with the second piece overlapping on the lap. We're going to make a straight line going up on the flat surface where we're putting our fasteners at. And right there, I'm just verifying to make sure that I am 3/4 of an inch. So that way I'm not messing up my angles when I put in the next piece overlapping this first piece. Using a pencil and a square, I'm making straight line. That way I have something to cut and have a guide of where I'm bending my metal tabs for my next following piece to lay on top. Because in essence, if you just cut the edges of my tabs and left the tabs where they are and laid the second piece on there, it wouldn't mend together correctly. So we use tongs to bend those tabs. As you can see, I'm using the steps, cutting, removing the excess metal that I don't need. What I'm doing here is I'm cutting my 45s on the top and on the bottom. The top is the caulk tray that we use when we install the surface mount against the substrate of the building. We actually apply caulking down that caulk tray at a 45-degree cant so that when water sheds down the wall, it hits that caulk tray and runs the water off onto the metal. And so I'm leaving my tabs. I can see I left the tab there. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make it to where I can bend it down, but I got to remove just a little bit more to give me that nice clean 45-degree angle in that corner. So I'm going to use my tongs to bend the top. I'm going to bend it at a 90-degree. Usually kind of bend the caulk tray a little bit just so I can get my tongs in there. Give it a nice little love tap. And bend my caulk tray back to a 45, as you can see. And then I'm going to take my tongs and use the bottom part. I can't reach it really. I got to take my snips and cut it down just a little bit because the tongs can only reach about an inch. So we trim that down a little bit, and we're going to turn that at a 90-degree angle for the next piece to come over. Now we still have that middle part that we did not bend over yet. We're going to bend that one down at a 45, almost a 90, give or take. You know, I'm not precise about it, but, and here's our next piece. We're going to lay on top of it. As you can see, we're right flush where we need to be, but we don't have the finish lines. You see how there's excess sticking out? So what I'm going to do is we're going to mimic everything that goes on one side. We're going to mimic the same thing onto the next piece. We're just going to cut off the excess that hangs out past. As you can see, I did the opposite over there just to kind of speed the process up. To show you, we're going to hold it there. Basically, I'm just going to lay it on top of it and take a pencil and mark it. And this is the line that I'm actually going to cut and remove the excess so that my metal will both lay on top of each other, making a cool 90 outside corner. Happy till it hurts. Happy till it hurts. I'm trying to be happy till it hurts. Identity crisis. You might be going through one that's just like it. I got really good at faking and hiding, but I'm telling you there's no way to fight it. God, I'm a wanna be happy because it's a sinking depression. It's after me, stop, freeze. The demons are laughing at me. I write things that I believe. I pretend I'm Socrates. Wish my dad believed in me, but at least he didn't leave. Now I wanna hear the people scream, Hercules, Hercules. Hope that brings enough happiness. Says, hurt me, hurt me. As you see here, we've cut everything, mended everything together. Obviously we're just loose laying it. You would apply caulking and then pop rivets into your corners. When you attach the first piece to the wall, then you attach your second piece. So this is just an example of what the corner ideally would look like in the field. Thank you for watching the sheet metal video on surface mount. Please like and share. Thank you.